Today, we're going to dive deeper into the concept of discipline and how this can create so much more peace, love, and confidence in yourself. So, discipline is a beautiful art. It's a beautiful thing to encompass in your life because it's this wheel that when you get it turning, it just keeps turning and turning, and it helps keep you on track. It's like a set of railroad tracks, and it keeps you moving forward. And even if you veer off course one way or the other, or even if you get confused in your direction and you're a little bit lost in life, having that discipline is just so incredible because it keeps you moving forward and it keeps you coming back to this loving and fulfilled place. So even if you fall off the tracks for a couple of days, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, these practices bring us back together. I've seen this, a lot with myself and my clients. My clients that have really incorporated this level of discipline inside of themselves. Like, yes, we're all human and emotions come up and challenges come up, but the discipline always brings them and always brings me back on the tracks because we're doing things that we love. And that is a huge thing that I talk about when it comes to discipline. A lot of people talk about discipline in a way where it's like, you gotta do the shit that you hate and you gotta do all, and just grind it out and it sucks, right? And yeah, sometimes you gotta do things that you don't like. But start with discipline on things that you love. Because discipline is a skill that you can build. And so it's pretty awesome to build it in something that you love. And then as you build that discipline, you can incorporate that skill into other areas of life and things that you might not necessarily like as much, right? That just help you move forward. And so for me, I've seen this over the past, 75 days. I've been running every day, meditating every single day, making a video every single day. And, even if some days are challenging, and I've noticed, some days like those activities, even though that they bring me love and joy, typically some days, they bring me joy in the time, but then after, I might feel anxious about something or have this underlying fear. And it's okay. It's okay that comes up, but I've been staying disciplined, and those actions, those routines pay dividends. And they may not pay dividend right in that moment, but by staying consistent with it, in a day or two, by continuing to do the action, it's going to pay dividends. I've seen it over and over again. Dr. Scott Allairs, he's on YouTube, has a channel. He's a licensed therapist, talks a lot about anxiety and depression. And he says, he talks about this existentialism, or if you don't care about anything, if you're really in a bad spot and depressed, he's like, look, if you don't care about anything, and then you're like, what's the point of doing it? Whatever the activity is, right? Well, you can, funny enough, he says, also take that same approach with doing it. It's well, if it doesn't matter if you don't do it, it doesn't matter if you do it, so you might as well just do it. And what ends up happening is you do it and then you end up feeling better, and it ends up paying dividends for you either in that moment or in the future. And so it's just a beautiful skill to have. And so start small. I've said this in a bunch of my videos. Start small. And I'm gonna continue to remind you guys, because this element of discipline is something that I'm working on. Not all of my clients, some of them already have that skill, so we're working on different skills. But if I have a client that does not have discipline, this is the first thing that we work on. Because whatever you choose in life, whatever you choose to get or do or to shift your emotions, you have to baseline have this skill. Like even the greatest spiritual people, or the greatest businessmen, or just people that live happy and fulfilled life, like they have routines, they have things that they do every day. And like I'm thinking about great monks, like they wake up at the crack of dawn and they meditate every day, and they're able to build themselves and build their process and build that sense of fulfillment through that. So what can you do? Maybe you want to paint, maybe you want to dance, maybe you want to run, maybe you want to journal. All cool things, but start small. Do 30 days. This is actually inspiring me. This is something that I'm gonna do with you guys, and actually figuring this out on the spot. But doing a 30-day discipline challenge together. So keep your eye out. Sometime I think in the next week or two, I'm gonna get this up and going for you guys. And what we'll do is we're gonna work on this together. We're gonna work on getting this discipline done together. So keep your eye out for it. Subscribe. Make sure to check out the videos for when the announcement comes that we're gonna start on this. And it's gonna be fun. Let's go. We all get to choose our own fun thing, work as a community, be disciplined together, and just help each other. Because discipline can be fun and easy, but there's also challenges, right? There's challenges that come along with it. Like with these daily videos, they bring me so much love and joy, but also at times I feel some stress, right? Because I'm like every once in a while I feel, as I mentioned, a little overwhelmed. I feel some fear, some anxiety, and then I'm trying to think okay, well, maybe I should just have my whole life figured out. And then once I have my whole life figured out and everything's perfect, then I'll be ready to come and make these videos. It's crazy with some of the stuff that our mind says, because we all know our life is never 100% figured out. We never have all the answers. And so we all have these doubts. We all do, and it's interesting because I see it in myself. I see it in the people that I work with. Even people that are really successful and everything's going well, there's still doubts that come up. And so those doubts can lead to conversations in your head that say, well, maybe I should shift course. Maybe I should alter paths. Maybe I should do this. And yes, shifting and altering paths is important. It's important to, try different things. But you need a core. You need something that just keeps you so you don't go all the way that way. And then all the way that way. Let me do that a couple more times. It's fun. Oh man, life is good. What what was I even saying? I just got like distracted by the, oh yeah. So pick something that, you know, isn't like the, you know, end of the world, and it's not so like overbearing into your life, but it's something that keeps you here, that keeps you, and something that you know will lift your mood. And by having that, it's going to keep you on track. So I'm pumped to start this. I'm gonna figure out either like 30-day or 45-day challenge that we can all do together. Keep your eye out for it. I love you guys. See you in the next video.